finals on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. The snow continuing to pile up at game time, and off we go from Cleveland. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now ETN to start the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. ETN once more. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On second down, ETN once more. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. Well, this defense for the Browns, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On third down, here's ETN. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd, Watson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Ray Rashawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Another tote for Etienne. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on. 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A running play just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Browns had 10-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. For the run show, Fatukasi there on the tackle.
Well, big man with ball meant bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, that's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
On the double.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Lawrence nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. York now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with ETN. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Got it.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Lawrence will throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On the ready.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Jalen Smith. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception. Chubb on the counter. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trayvon Walker coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side. And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Quarterbacking 101. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.